Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aicha and I'm a writer for Muslim Link, Canadian Muslims online hub. This summer, I had the opportunity to interview DEEN SQUAD, the Muslim rap duo from Ottawa. I asked my husband Ryan to join the conversation because of his background as a teacher and a youth worker in Ottawa. This is a 3-part interview, so make sure to stick around and subscribe to the Muslim Link YouTube channel so you can be notified when we release the next 2 videos. We hope you enjoy this conversation. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
We're here with DEEN SQUAD at Origin Studios, which is the creative space for Ottawa's growing artistic community. And we're also here as part of the Muslim Link. And I think it's really great that we're here at Origin Studios because you guys are from Ottawa and you are part of the growing artistic community.
Born and raised, alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
This is a beautiful center. Like it's so spiritual. It feels like a mosque almost.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So actually, I want to jump right into Ottawa because we're all from Ottawa here.
Yes.
We're all raised here. We all went to school here.
Yep.
So I just want to know, what do you guys think about the Ottawa culture in the terms of, like it really has a culture of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And, how do you feel that it's affected you personally, but also how has it affected your art and the way you guys write?
I feel like Ottawa is a very, very creative area, and there's not much like, I feel like we every artist has such a unique sound here, and there isn't such like an Ottawa sound. I feel like everybody has their own way of expressing themselves here, you know what I mean? Because there's not that much, influence. Ottawa's very like, it's a very quiet city, you know what I mean? And everybody's just like, doing their own thing kind of thing in the music stuff. So that's definitely a big reason to why me and Jay kind of did something out of this world. Like, really, who would think that, like Muslim artists that do halal hip hop would be so big? Mm-hmm. So, but that's because we're from Ottawa, and we just, we're just people who are here kind of think outside the box. We're risk takers. We're just like, we're gonna do it.
Like you'll find, like, for example, like Toronto. Like Toronto's like one of the biggest cities in the world right now because you have like Drake, The Weeknd. Yeah. So everyone in Toronto's literally trying to sound like Drake or The Weeknd, right? But Ottawa doesn't really have that that sound, that figure to imitate. So like Carter said, like we have our own thing. Like it's so unique what we're doing. So.
You're able to just be yourselves, basically.
And also we feel like, for example, like we just came back from like touring, like city to city performing. We find that when we come back to Ottawa, we can just lock ourselves in the studio and just work. We don't have to worry about like, let's go here Friday night. Let's go here Friday night because like Ottawa's a quiet city, but it's
where you come to work, basically.
But it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing at the same time.
Because whenever you're around like in a city where there's so much music and so much influential artists, you kind of get lost in the sauce. You kind of like. You hang out around with these people and you kind of forget who you are as a person. And you become unable to let out that art from you, So being here, like Jay said, we lock ourselves in the studio or in our room and we just write lyrics and we don't listen to anything or anyone. We just do ourselves, you know what I mean? And that's why we come up with great content that's original. So
Alhamdulillah. How do you feel that Ottawa is different in terms of the Muslim community? Like, do you feel that if you were in a place like London and like the very vibrant Muslim community there, or in a very big Muslim community like Dearborn, Michigan, do you still feel that you would have the same sound or the same like Islamic influence? Or does Ottawa really have its own like Muslim culture?
Yeah, like I just feel like it's growing. It's always just growing. Like, for example, when I first took my Shahada, like there was literally only the main mosque, like the All Main Mosque. Like that's the only place where we can go pray Tarawih. Like it was super packed. But now there's like masjids all over the place. There's more halal restaurants, there's more opportunities. So I feel like Muslims in this city, like they're just trying to grow. They're just trying to be more innovative and produce more things, like as opposed to like Toronto where there's a lot of Muslims already, or London. So like they're already kind of established. So I feel like that really inspired us to just like, just add something to the table and, just make it more exciting too, we're from Ottawa, guys.
We're
representing. People know we're from Ottawa, so.
Yeah. The first time I ever heard of you guys was a little cell phone video on Facebook of you guys just like taping yourselves in an empty classroom, I think.
Yeah, in Carleton.
In Carleton University.
Carleton. Assalamu alaikum.
I only eat lamb, I don't eat no bacon.
Feeling so good, finishing my prayer.
Tell them Kafirs bye-bye.
See you later.
Yes, I'm getting Arab money, I don't owe no favor.
So how do you go from that little grainy like selfie kind of video to opening for Justin Bieber in Dubai?
That's destiny at the end of the day. Like I would never imagine that like my life would roll out this way. You know what I mean? Like meeting Jay in Carleton University. I actually went to university because my parents had told me, because I had taken 2 years off. I was doing my own kind of music thing, but they kind of told me, you know, you need to go back. You need to go back. And I kind of said, okay, fine. I'm gonna go back to university. And if I hadn't made that choice, I would have never met Jay Dean. So listen to your parents. So I met Jay Dean in Carleton University, and it was just like we just kind of clicked, man. Like we just kind of clicked so well, and you know, we just started doing these phone videos, and we didn't know that. We honestly didn't know that they were gonna go viral. We were just like expressing ourselves in the way that we want to be, and Jay had just like this need to express himself as a Muslim, and this halal entertainment was such a thing that we felt like was needed in the world, you know. So yeah, man, we just did them and we just put them up, and they were getting millions of views. So we were just like, maybe this is really needed. Like maybe this needs to be taken more serious. So yeah, we took it more serious. And
yeah, we started after the phone videos. We started recording, like going to the studio and recording like the remixes, like actual songs. Yeah. So like that's when we released Friday, Muslim Queen, Believer, all these things, and that's when like literally the entire world got to know DEEN SQUAD.
Yeah, so at first it was just for fun, like you guys were just
it was absolutely just for fun. It was
that's awesome.
Just for fun.
Yeah, I think my favorite is I Got Love for My Hoyo.
That's
when you guys got me. I was like, okay.
I got like 30 now. Somali brothers in one room in Carleton.
Yeah, I got love for my Hoyo. Hey, I got love for my Hoyo. Hey, I never tell her no.
Remember that, bro? I go, yo, come.
I still remember that day. So
I'm never gonna forget that. I'm never gonna forget that video.
That was just genius. That's why I was like, I see what you guys are doing. Switching the lyrics up. That's perfect.
Literally every Somali in Ottawa just stopped me
Half of them are my students. I reckon. I'm like, what are they all doing? I remember seeing Muhammad there, and I'm like, what is going on?
Because you taught some of those guys.
I taught like half of them. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. So actually, can you tell me a little bit more about your whole experience in Dubai? What was that like? Opening for Justin Bieber? Just like take us through the whole thing.
Surreal. Like Dubai, like if you compare Ottawa to Dubai, it's really night and day. Like yeah, like high buildings and just like a crazy lifestyle there. And we were just like, whoa. Like, you know, you're just like, whoa, lights and big buildings and just amazing, like, architecture.
Was it your first time for you guys in Dubai, but like in that region of the world, like in the Gulf?
For the Middle East, for me, first time. But
yeah, I've been to Lebanon, I've been to the Middle East, but like Dubai specific was our first time ever there. So it was an incredible experience. And
the Justin Bieber show, like, that was crazy.
All right, here we are backstage. We're about to go on, literally in 5 minutes. I'm excited, man. Bismillah, Jay, you ready? Bismillah, man. Let's do it. Make some noise! Mama, we made it! Dubai!
How many people were there?
Well, we performed at around 6, so it was around 2 hours prior to when Justin got on. So there was about 12,000 people by the time we got on, and like the crowd was just insane.
Nice.
Like a lot of them actually didn't know who we were, but they just accepted us so much. There was a lot of non-Muslims as well, and they were literally like, they were just vibing to our music. And we explained to ourselves, guys, we're all the way from Canada, we're two faith-based artists, and we just like to talk about our religion of Islam, and like they were just making some noise. And honestly, we realized that we actually love performing for non-Muslims. We love it. That is dawah. Like, because after our show, a lot of girls came up to us who weren't Muslim, and like, honestly, to be honest, some of them even had like a beer on their hand, and they're just like thank you for what you guys have just done. Like, this is something I've never seen before. You guys are positive vibes. You guys give me hope for humanity. People said these things to us, honestly. So that's how we realized that, you know, we have to spread our message the way it's actually supposed to be done, how the Prophet ﷺ did, like to spread it to non-Muslims, not just to the Muslim community. It has to be a global thing.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
Sense.
So that was just like the most beautiful part about the Justin Bieber experience.
And what was it like being a Canadian rap duo opening for Canada's like biggest pop star?
Yeah, we emphasized that Justin Bieber was Canadian. We're like, yo, man, we're the Canadian guys too. You know? So there's a lot of similarities.
Speaking of Canadian performers, you also performed in Scarborough for Canada Day.
So how was that?
That we actually rated that our best performance
ever in
our career, actually. Thus
nice,
far,
more than Dubai.
I
saw the video.
Oh. And again, it was the same thing. A lot of non-Muslims there, and they're just like, yeah, let's do it. like, and we're just showing, guys, we're Muslims, we're proud to be Canadians, and
Yeah.
it was,
great.
oh my
History,
gosh,
man.
like, subhanallah, it was,
History.
it's so fun, man, alhamdulillah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.